Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been moving like a hoolie, keep it coolie, before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like I put in the work, you can see my fingernails dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm straight.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, set.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Lockett the man in motion. Off play action. McDowell. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Henderson now on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he completes it to Wilson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. 11 yards for number 11.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Henderson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To throw on second down, McDowell. He finds his man, complete. That's Clark.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people out there.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. McDowell, throw out wide to Walker. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Off the play fake. McDowell going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Clark. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
This is the tight end Fant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44. These two teams all tied after one. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Operating from the gun. Callahan. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. The Dolphins at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Callahan. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began to play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. McDowell. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Run the ball. Run the ball.
On 1st and 10, McDowell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. McDowell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Callahan. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDowell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. McDowell. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. McDowell completes it to Fant on the right side. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Off-play action. McDowell. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. McDowell. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jalen Phillips drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Henderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Callahan. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 55 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Off the play fake. McDowell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Callahan. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Off the play fake. McDowell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the handoff, Henderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Henderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Callahan. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off play action. McDowell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes that kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they can play, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
On the counter, it's Henderson. To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Henderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run the toss with Henderson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, McDowell. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Tyler Lockett with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a handoff. Henderson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw on 2nd down, Callahan. That is taken in by Hurst. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, right.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. McDowell. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Come on, set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready?
Off the play fake. McDowell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
On the set.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Back to throw. McDowell. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ready up.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, McDowell. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Okay, ready? Sit, measure. Right, 37.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Ready, break.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Off play action. McDowell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you notice they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed